Hey everybody. Yes, it's me, the ADHD cutie. I know some of you are wondering, where in the heck has she been? Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'm gonna tell you. I've been house sitting. Yes, you heard me, house sitting. Why? Because I choose to. Because I tend to get overly anxious. It's part of ADHD. They go hand in hand a lot of times. Many of us don't even know it. But my anxiety tends to take over at times. And so I get very anxious. It could be just a lot going on, and it's not always something bad. There's a lot of good things going on in my life right now, but it's still a lot of things. And you can easily get overwhelmed, especially when it's different courses that you've signed up to take, different jobs that you're now going to undertake, creative projects that you're getting started on, different skills, technical skills that you have to learn to complete those projects. All that's going on. It's a lot. It's a lot, and sometimes it's like, oh my God, where do I start? Then there is the impulsivity piece of money matters. And by that I mean, we with our ADHD and other neurodivergent brains get carried away with the new and shiny. Ooh, new and shiny course. Oh yeah, let me sign up for that. Here comes another one. Oh, let me sign up for that. It's a great deal on it. Let me sign up for that. And then before you know it, you've got 5 or 6 courses that you've bought all at the same time. And you're like, okay, so which one should I start on first? Do any of them have an expiration date? I know one of the courses I have to get through by September. 2 of them are lifetime. What is it? Where you can get in. The word escaped me right now, but you know what I mean. And the other one, I'm not sure. I have to go and check on that. But it's a part of our ADHD brain. It's how it works. And so those are still things that we struggle with. No matter how successful you are, no matter what kind of job you have, no matter how much money and status you have, you still struggle with those executive function skills. Again, that is how ADHD shows up. It shows up in our inability to perform certain skills effectively. Certain tasks from beginning to end. We're unable to perform them effectively. And it is not our fault. Because that's where a lot of the judging and shaming and blaming come in, because people don't understand how the ADHD or other neurodivergent brain works. It is a brain thing. There is an imbalance in the neurotransmitters, a chemical imbalance in the neurotransmitters, specifically dopamine and serotonin. Chemical imbalance that is responsible for us being able to perform these tasks from beginning to end. When there's a deficiency, our brain doesn't work properly. That does not mean that we're stupid or dumb or slow. It's just going to take us a minute to get it. We may have to see it differently. We may have to hear it differently. But let me tell you, once we got it, oh, we got it. But we do have to be careful with that anxiety piece, because that can stop us dead in our tracks. Fear, stress, all that comes into play. So we have to be sure that we have different calming techniques to help get us over that hurdle. Different calming techniques, can include something as simple as just soaking your feet. going for a walk in a beautiful park, or if your apartment complex or whatever has beautiful landscaping, take a walk around that park. Take some time out for you to calm your brain and your nervous system. And then you can go back to it. And the same thing for your kids. They need that break too. As soon as they come home, bam, we shouldn't be jumping on homework. I know it's got to be done, but it doesn't have to be done right this second. Their brains have been churning and chugging and struggling all day in school. Give them a break when they get home. Send them outside. Let them go play for 30 minutes or an hour. Go play basketball, what have you. Give their brains that break that it so desperately needs. And you take a break as well. Anxiety is no joke. And people with ADHD, 9 times out of 10, also have high anxiety. It just shows up differently, depending on the person. So, I know it's been a while, but that's all I have for today because I'm out here baking and crisping in the Arizona sun. So, this is the ADHD cutie, and I will talk to you all very soon. Smooches!